Gaming here, and we're back in the Elsewhere Creative Zone. And on today's Elsewhere Extras, we're going to be looking at the Guildhall Door for our Dwarven Mining Guild. I wanted to have, that very, not industrial, what's the word we're looking for? Sturdy. A very sturdy looking door. And I wanted it to open automatically when you step on a pressure plate. So, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So it's a fairly basic setup. We're using double piston extenders on this side and just single pistons on this side to open the door, and they retract fully into the wall. I'm still working on the timing right now because this side from here over has a weird little timing thing, but I'm not exactly sure how to iron that out. So if y'all know a way to fix that, I'm playing with the repeaters and the how many ticks of delay and all that stuff. But anyway, yeah, so as you can see, it pulls flush into the wall. I was trying to get it, if we look at some of the other iterations of it, I started off with this one. I was like, over here in our little thing, I'd done a 4-wide door, and I'm like, oh yeah, I really like it, and wanted to have it pull back, both sets of doors. And then I realized at the top of the staircase, it's only 3 blocks wide. So, yeah. See, this one worked fine. But yeah, sadly enough, not going to work. Then we tried this, and we were trying to pull back 3 full blocks, both sides, which I figured out couldn't work, because pistons have a maximum number of blocks they can pull back. And when you're trying to use a triple piston extender, this last piston doesn't have enough strength to pull more than, I believe it's 15. It's either 14 or 15 blocks is the maximum. So yeah, and then here's kind of the setup of, or was it this one? One of these two is the triple piston extender. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's that one. Which is a basic system, but it works. Just all with timing. But yeah, and then I finally came upon this setup. So it's just a double piston extender on the left side and just single piston extenders on the right side using NOT gates. So if you're not familiar with the NOT gate, whenever there's 2 ways it works. If it's not powered, you run the redstone into a solid block and then have a redstone torch on the other side of the block, and it will power the block above it. If you have this powered by like a switch or something like that, then this would turn this off. So then everything else above it would be off. But we want it to be on so the doors are closed. Same thing on this side. The pressure plate runs down into the redstone line right here, into this block with a redstone torch. As far as the double piston extenders, there's a couple different designs here that I'm using because of how close they have to be. The first one here, which you could actually do the same thing, but or no, you couldn't. It was the fact that this one I had to have on the top. Having them stack like this, it's very difficult to get them not to interact with each other. That's why we use glass. Glass does not pass redstone signals, so that's a great thing to use whenever you're trying to keep stuff from interacting with each other. But basically the way this works, I learned this from Mumbo Jumbo a long time ago in one of his videos. The way to do a basic piston extender is you want to have a, what am I looking for? A repeater set to 4 ticks on the first one, a repeater set to 2 ticks on the second one, and then just a standard redstone line into the block to power this piston to extend it the last time. So that's the very basic setup to this one. Now the one above it is a little bit different. Same deal here, but in order to get them to extend the extra couple of times, I ended up having to put in repeaters here, which I don't know why I had to put in repeaters here. Do I not need repeat? We're about to test something. I don't think I need those. Let's see, we can put take that off. Why did I think I needed repeaters there? That may actually make this thing a whole lot faster. Okay, yep, let's put a redstone dot back there. Okay, I don't think I need these up here either. I was playing around with it so much that apparently I overcomplicated the thing. So we may have just made this, oh wait. So yeah, I think I may know what it is. I think it may not retract all the way. Let's see. Yeah, apparently I was looking at something over there and ended up doing too much. So let's see if this actually works in time a whole lot faster now. Well, you learn something new every day. So I had overcomplicated it. So yeah, it's basically the same setup, but we actually don't need those two blocks there or there. But yeah, it's the same setup. It's just it's running out to the side rather than along underneath it, and you have to power it directly into that block instead of the block it's sitting under. And that is pretty much it. And then anywhere you don't want the sign box to move, you have to use an immovable block, which I just always use obsidian. And same thing here. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So we're going to, I still don't have access to honey blocks at the moment, so we're waiting for someone else to be able to get those for us. But once we do, we can definitely implement that into our system. The other thing I wanted to mention on this one was you can also have it to where those obsidian blocks are not visible. I just haven't taken the time to figure it out for that one. But what I've done here is I have these, and there's a delay for when these activate to where those blocks, normally there's not a block underneath here. So if I just knock this one out and then knock the honey block, let me save the honey block. So if you look underneath, it's blank. So you can make it to where you can actually have it not appear like there's so if I had all of this be wood, it would look wood underneath. You would just see the things on the sides. But yeah, so we are limited by that, but I think I could probably implement that into the system. So yeah, that one's very simple. It just runs around over here and then down, or actually it's this line here. It runs around, that's a repeater to get it more signal time, and then it runs into a couple of repeaters into the blocks to power them, and just pushes those up. And then you can play with the timing depending on how wide and whatnot by retarding this one here. But yeah, so it doesn't, it's a great way to hide the obsidian if you don't want to use that. So definitely try to implement that. Oh, now I've done it. Okay, anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this little tutorial on how to implement a 6 by 3 wide door. Most of the time it's usually, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, something like that. So this one's a little bit different. So I had to play around with it and, I had to try to create it from scratch. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Anyway, this is Mirror Gaming. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the little notification icon so you can see all my videos. Definitely check out all the other Elsewhereians. We've got 8 other content, or well, there's a total of 8 of us, content streamers on YouTube, and then a bunch of other people that just play on the server and will appear in the episodes from time to time. Also, check out my standard Monday video, which is the actual Elsewhere Realm videos, where we're in the realm itself. And then I also do a little bit of streaming on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays of World of Tanks and Monster Hunter if y'all really want to check those games out. I've got a big library of games, so if there's any other type of game you want to see, just let me know. I'm sure I've got something, and I can, stream or upload videos on other days as well. But right now it's just Monday and Friday for Minecraft, and then Wednesday and Thursdays for streams. Anyway, this is Marina Gaming, and I'll see you in the creative zone. Wow, that was lame.